The world's biggest animal cloning factory, it's opening up in China. The factory is expected to produce 1 million cloned calves a year. They're also going to be able to clone family pets. The factory will house a groundbreaking lab, animal cloning center, a gene bank, an educational exhibit hall. All of this is according to the China Daily News. The facility is costing $30 million. It's said to take the controversial practice of cloning and bring it more mainstream. Would you ever buy a cloned dog from a Chinese factory? Yes or no?
No.
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 Well, you know what? There's a South Korean factory, 550 puppies already. They're selling them at $100,000 each. So there is a market for this, Jose. I want to point out, not everybody is happy about it. The EU, they banned cloning as a practice. In the 1990s, it was 1996, Dolly was cloned, the sheep in Scotland. Yeah. Since then, the practice has been banned. This is their rationale. We have the rationale of Renat Somar, the European Parliament's Environment Committee's co-rapporteur. This is what he had to say about the practice. The mortality rate remains equally high. Many of these animals which were born alive die in the first few weeks, and they die painfully. Should we allow that? So not really taking in the morality issue so much of this animal manufacturing and their welfare, but it really is interesting.
It is interesting, definitely. China is trying to fill the holes that the Western world is leaving out of, I don't want to call it higher ethical regard for life, but at least the unregulated aspects of China allows for this industry to pop up, and they will be very good at it. They will be successful, but because that's what they do. They clone pretty much everything from brands to products, and now they're going to actually clone live things, which is very weird. What is the end goal here?
Well, I think when I first read this story, I was thinking, okay, so this article points out that they don't hyper-legislate science. That's the first aspect, that they're free to be creative and to step in this realm and make it more mainstream. And I think that that's one aspect of this. The other aspect I would believe would be money, my friend, because they're cloning racehorses, family pets. You can supposedly take, if you've got an aging pet that you really love, you can take
a new version,
extract the genes. Your pet 2.0. This factory is going to challenge that ability to do that, and I'm not sure why you would need all those calves.
If you want to eat them, eventually, and I think that's what...
You're talking to a vegetarian, okay, so that makes sense, right?
We have to see these limitations, and we have to see the doors are going to be open. The fact that they're trying to clone animals that we traditionally use for food and to feed, it's where the Western world draws the line, because we don't know. It will be a massive experiment. If you're gonna start producing at that rate and you're gonna feed people with that meat, pretty much we are going into uncharted territory of what's gonna happen, the biological, medical implications. And like the quote that you brought, is it cool for us to create animals that have a different life expectancy, that they suffer in the process to get it right? How many of these animals have to go wrong before we get a proper outcome or a proper number of animals produced? It's very complex, and I think that it's a big experiment that they are using the fact that they are less regulated to do so.
The center is being built in Tianjin Tech Park, that area of China, and the same committee that oversees this cloning, they also oversee stem cell technologies as well as biomedical, that industry. So they're lumping the biomedical with stem cell research with cloning. They're all overseen by the same committee in China, and it's going to be interesting. I'm going to be watching this because we're right around the corner to humans being cloned.
Yeah, exactly. You took the words out of my mouth. The next step, it becomes like, once they have that factory going on, what's going to stop them from cloning people? Right.
Well, China's cloning factory will be open for business soon, cloning everything from racehorses to the family pet, costing them 200 million yen, roughly $30 million, and going to be able to clone your family pet or racehorse or possibly some other things in the future.